Welcome to the Bloomberg New Economy. Here in Sao Paulo, we've assembled a group of more than 300 business and government leaders. Our guiding theme for the forum is New Reality, New Rules.
We are living a quite difficult geopolitical scenario for the global south, for the developing countries. There is a decoupling from China, and there is growing protectionism in the European Union and the United States. I mean subsidies in Asia and China. I mean 74% of the 2,500 of the industrial policies that were taken that were made by China and US and the European Union. So the global south has this huge challenge to fight against protectionism and the subsidies that are quite heavy.
The Brazilian government is considering, we believe quite seriously, joining the Belt and Road Initiative. How would you feel about that?
I would encourage our friends in Brazil to look at the risks in today's economy through a lens like the ones that we are using, through an objectivity lens, through a risk management lens, and to really think about what the best pathway is forward for more resilience in the Brazilian economy and in the world economy.
So you combine the lack of clear policy signals and the dysfunctionality in politics, and it's no wonder we're all saying, where do we go? What are the rules of the road? The WTO doesn't mean anything anymore. There's no digital trade agreement. So it's kind of the Wild West in a sense. It'll settle out at some point, but I think it settles out only when the United States and China determine in large part what the fundamental rules of the road are going to be.
I think, to simplify it a little bit, we are back to a pre-WTO time. So we dialed back, so it doesn't mean there's no trade, but the mechanics that we are using and the relationship between politics and trade, we are back to more pre-WTO times.
We're benefiting from the fact that there is, polarization and disputes over, large China and the U.S. and all of a sudden, we're here. I mean, we are and we should be friends to everybody. I mean, I don't think we should pick sides. I think we should look what's in our best interest.
I actually think, and I'm Brazilian, so I'm going to go out on a limb and be controversial. I think Brazilians are not good ambassadors of the Brazil story. Right? In a lot of ways, Brazil is self-sufficient. In other ways, Brazil isn't self-sufficient and needs foreign capital, but it's very inward-looking. And when we tell our own story, we tell the story for other Brazilians. We don't tell the story with foreign stakeholders in mind, with a foreign audience in mind.
We've been talking with Brazil a lot about COP30 that's coming up, and that'll be a very important milestone both for climate mitigation and climate adaptation. Brazil has done some good pioneering things on mitigation. The deforestation, it's important that get under control both for Brazil itself and for the world.
This notion of solving renewable power, at least to the digital economy, is not that hard if we solve the transmission issues. There is a battle plan to get there. It'll take time. It'll take capital, a lot of capital. And it also requires just thinking differently as an investor.
We need to scale up and speed up. And what does that mean? We need to provide the possibility for technologies to be deployed everywhere in the world, in all the regions of the world, especially in the global south.
Brazil needs to reduce complexity, bureaucracy, the cost to do business here, and Brazil is going to be naturally really competitive in a lot of different sectors.
If you are a Chinese infrastructure company, an European industrial company, or a US service company, you are treated equally in Brazil. All of them will follow the same rules, will obey the same law. And that's, I think, what makes Brazil a neutral country at the end of the day.